overweight or obese. It's a difficult problem. We wouldn't be approaching 80% overweight or obesity if it wasn't a difficult problem that all of us as human beings face. Because our genetic blueprint instructed us, when we see food, we eat as much as we possibly can. Because our genetic blueprint, thousands of years ago, we never knew when we'd get another opportunity to eat again. We have inherited that blueprint in a world where food is too abundant, the wrong kinds of food too, where manufacturers sort of take advantage of our sweet tooth and the desire to have the texture of fat in our mouth. So sugar, fat, carbohydrate, those were the fuels that kept us alive thousands of years ago, but were very rare, very hard to find in our diet. Today they're everywhere. And food is everywhere. So basically, it's our genetic blueprint that has betrayed us. And that's what we try to master. And what the secure meal replacement does is understanding how that genetic blueprint works and using that blueprint and checking the boxes in that blueprint to achieve the best results for you, whether it's that sweet flavor, that rich flavor, that fatty texture in that mouth, that feeling of satisfaction. So despite it being only 60 calories or so, you're getting a meal replacement that's satisfying and fulfilling and allows you to achieve your weight loss goals or your weight management goals. Also, in addition to Secure, we will have our CholestaCare product. It is a U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved ingredient that can help us to reduce our risk of heart disease by lowering our total and LDL cholesterol. You take one capsule with each of your 2 largest meals of the day. If you want, you could take 1 capsule with every meal, 2 capsules with a very large meal. It's not a drug, it's not a medicine. It works perfectly with cholesterol-lowering drugs. And it's Mother Nature's tool that vegetarians and vegans take advantage of because it's present in abundance in their diets. But it's a way to add it to all of our diets and achieve a lower cholesterol level. We all seek to lower our total and LDL cholesterol. This product can easily help you do so, affordably help you do so. You're saving more than you're spending. Again, best pricing ever on this product as well. So whether it's Secure or whether it's Mother Nature's remarkable cholesterol-lowering ingredient, or as I said, our Secure Meal Replacement, our best pricing ever, our best savings ever, and all of it for 1 day only. And then those special prices go away for about a year. So I look forward to seeing you at midnight, and I'll provide even more information and detail, of course, at that time. We'll see you then.